Cheers. Good morning, guys. Today I thought I would do a chatty get ready with me kind of video. I've already moisturized and added SPF, added on a lip balm, but my lips are so dry so you can't see that. Well, this is actually what we wanted to talk about, what I wanted to talk about. I'm pregnant. And I'm in week 31, I think. 30 or 31. I think actually it changed to 31 today. Where's my phone? Oh, it was behind me. Yeah, okay, so I'm in 31, week 31. I haven't really been sharing it like on social media on purpose because there was just a lot going on and it was personal and it was a huge deal. But now I want to talk about it. I've reflected and I'm in a place where I feel like sharing, but when posting this video, I probably given birth because I don't want to share these things until everything goes well. So we're going to talk about pregnancy, how it has been, and this is going to be fun because I am so bad at multitasking and I'm gonna try to get ready while talking about this, so it's gonna be fun. So I'm in my 3rd trimester now. And I feel good now. I feel really good. I haven't been feeling that well in the beginning. That's also one of the reasons that I didn't share it. Not only that, but that's one of the reasons. So I am in my 3rd trimester and I think there is 9 weeks. And so much has happened, guys. So much. Because I found out we were pregnant in September last year, but I kept on bleeding, so I was actually scared that I'm gonna lose the baby, and I kind of did. We went to an early scanning. It turns out that we had twins, and the one didn't make it and one made it, and that was weird. That was tough. I don't even know how to like explain it or how to express myself regarding it. And I didn't share it much at the beginning when this was happening because I was actually scared that I'm gonna lose both of them. I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit more. It was a mixed feeling because it was very early. That's one thing, but it was still tough and hard because there was a life inside of you and then suddenly it was not, and the doctors also told me like it's for the best. If the baby is not healthy, it's better this way, and I totally get it, but it's just, you know, it's weird experiencing it physically. And then because we lost one of the twins, then I was scared that we're gonna lose the next one as well, and also because I kept on bleeding until like that one was gone, and I was scared that it was number 2 as well. You know, being pregnant, and it's a blessing, it's a miracle, and it's beautiful, but it's also a vulnerable thing, and it's tough, and it just has so many emotions that I didn't expect, to be honest. This blush, 2 seconds. This blush is so pigmented that I'm scared of using it. It's the NYX. Yeah, can you see? It's crazy, but we'll fix it. That was the beginning. What's happening with my face? Wait. I'll have to fix this before we talk. I can't talk like this. It's bad. I always struggle with that blush. I keep on trying it because I spend money on it, but it's so hard to work with, and I just read a lot of reviews on it. As you can tell, it's easier to talk about makeup than the pregnancy. It's getting better. Yeah, so it was tough and it was a weird phase to be in, if that makes sense. I was sad. I was scared. There was just so many emotions, and I also felt guilty because, you know, so many people are fighting, fighting or wanting a baby and fighting for it and struggling, and here I am being sad and one made it, but it doesn't change the fact that one didn't make it, you know. So I had to like tell myself that okay, it's okay that I feel this way. And I also kept on thinking, since they were twins, then why, like, could the other baby feel that something is missing when it's coming? It's never really your fault, but when in that moment I felt like it was my fault. I haven't been careful and I should have done something differently. But I don't know, it's so early. Like, what should I do differently? Like, it's out of your control. And the doctors, my friends also told me, like, it's out of your control. You can't really do anything. But it was tough. So that was the first part, which just made me so out of it. Then due to that, most of the, like, over half of the pregnancy, I was actually scared and stressed, and my emotions was everywhere. And also we got pregnant faster than I expected, because I'm over 30. I'm turning 34 this year. So I kind of assumed this will take some time, you know, the age and biology. It was faster than expected, and then it turned out like this, and it was just tough. And still tough sometimes when thinking about it. So I don't want to go too much into the, like, the emotional part of it. But this baby is healthy and good, so that's important. I have 40 minutes. After taking my time with that, I also, you know, in that time, I just shut down. I think I was feeling a lot of things, so I wasn't really... this is not good. I wasn't hanging out with my friends, and I wasn't really that reachable. My friends could tell, like, she's off, she's really off. And I didn't share until I was ready to share, which I think is fair enough, because it's personal and it's something between me and my husband, and we have to, like, get through it first. So that was the beginning of the pregnancy, and I was like, yeah. But yeah, that was the first part, guys. Then we had to take you know, the scanning after 3 months. That's called nagelfar scanning. I'm using some Danish terms. I'll write it somewhere in English because I don't know the wording. I probably don't know the correct wording in Danish either. It's okay. Yeah, then there was the nagelfar scanning. So the second or the first scanning at the hospital, like, we went to 2 early scanning in a private clinic. So that's something you pay for yourself, and, you know, because I had these issues. Then I was to the nagelfar scanning, where you have to, you know, you have to check if there's something wrong with the baby. And I was to one scanning, and the baby was, the position of the baby was a struggle, so they couldn't take those measurements that they were supposed to. And then I got a new time to another scanning to see if the baby, like, changed the position. And I think the baby changed its position, but still they couldn't make the measurements they needed to confirm that the baby was all right, the calculation and stuff. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know the exact way to explain this. So it ended up with, we had to take a blood test. You can also take a blood test to check whether your baby is okay and get the same measurements or results or calculation, just in another way. So we had to do that, and for that it was actually weird also, because for that we had to, like, fill in some forms where they were like, okay, so if something is wrong with you in this blood test, do you want to know? If it affects the baby, do you want to know? If it doesn't affect the baby, do you want to know? If they find something on you and it can be cured, do you want to know? If it can't be cured, do you still want to know? And there was some questions that I was like, I've never thought about this, but yeah, I want to know. And I want to know everything I can know. I want to know. That was weird. And then I had to take a fostervandsprøve. How do you say that? No, that was not this one. Was it this one? No. Postpartum is coming later. I think. Oh my god, so much has happened, guys. That was the first scanning at the hospital. Oh, this multitasking is so hard, guys. This part always looks weird. It's okay. My lips have been so dry. Usually my lips are dry, but my lips are extra dry after being pregnant. It's crazy. I never thought that was possible. But here we are. Do I want mascara though? Yeah, I want mascara. Yeah. I guess I'm ready. This is my look. I'm still struggling with a little blush, but it's better than before. I don't know if that helped. I don't think so. It's alright. I haven't blended it properly either. I actually think I didn't blend it at all, my eyeshadow. So, yeah, I just need some earrings. Look at this. Who would have thought? Oh my god, why am I so bright? So, this is my look. Alright, let's talk. That was the first scanning. We went to that scanning twice, which means now we've been to 4 scannings.
Like 2 early scannings and 2 scannings for the 95 scanning, which didn't work out. Then we took the blood test.
And the worst part of this blood test is actually, like, if the scanning goes well, you will get the answer right away. Like, is something wrong with the baby? Is the baby okay? But since it was a blood type, we had to wait 10 days to get the result. And those 10 days sucked. Basically, because you're so impatient. Those 10 days were just so long because you want to make sure, you just want to hear the doctor say everything is fine, your baby is healthy, happy, good, you know, best case scenario. And then after that I was like, okay, now we got the results, baby's okay. Then the next scanning comes, and that's where we get to know the gender. We wanted to know the gender, and it's a boy. And first the scanning was going really good, and you know, we were excited, and I was just 100% sure it was a girl. So when he said boy, I was like, are you sure? And he was like, 100% sure, the doctor or the one who scans. And then I looked at my husband and we were like, what? Because I kind of also convinced my husband that this is definitely a girl, and it was based on no scientific things. So, you know, just a gut feeling, like, I got this is a girl. but yeah, it's a boy. And that part was fun. We still had some issues with the kid's position to get the measurements and everything. Also, on the first 9-fold scanning, I had to jump and walk and do a lot of things to check if the baby changed its position. Didn't work. And also on this scanning, I had to do the same. Then he keeps on scanning, and he says that I need a second opinion. So he gets another doctor, I think, and they look at the baby, like the scanning thing, and they tell us something is wrong with the heart, or not exactly like that, like there is something with the heart. And I'm trying to ask, like, what, what is it with the heart, and they couldn't really answer. So I was like, how bad is it, and they were like, something with the heart. And when you just hear something with the heart, it just sounds really bad because it's the heart. He gets the second opinion, and she's also like, yeah, this doesn't look right. And they told us that something is up with the heart, and it also looks like there is some fluent beside the heart, or near the heart or something. This just broke my heart. I just got worried and scared. Then we got a new time, like 2 days after, at the hospital with the doctor, and she was looking, and she could see the same thing. So she was like, yeah, something is not right. Something is not right. That's what they said. Something is not right. After that, I had to take a fostervandsprøve, which is, how do you say that in English, because that word I kind of need to say. Amniocentesis. I don't know if I say it correctly, guys. Yeah, but the thing is, they had to take some of the amniotic fluid. I think I'm mixing up some of the things when things are happening, because so much was happening, like physically but also mentally. But yeah, don't judge me if I'm saying it in the wrong. Anyways, so that means that they had to like put like a long needle, like not the whole needle, but I saw the needle and it was long and it looked big. So I just looked away. So they had to like get some of this fluid to take a test. And then they told me the next few days it might be tough, it might be hard, you might get get some pain, and if you start bleeding you need to call us immediately. And I just got scared. We both got scared and worried. But yeah, so they took that sample and then they said, we're gonna send you to another hospital in a bigger city to talk with some like doctors that is specialized in this area. So we went there and the doctor is scanning like for an hour. Just, she's talking with another one as well. And that language, that doctor language, I don't understand any of it. And especially when panicking. So oh my God. Let me just drink some tea. This is sad. So I was just holding my husband's hand and crying. Oh, then... And the worst part is the waiting part, because they're saying something is wrong, but you don't know the... Oh, sorry guys. And I just put makeup on. Oh yeah, my makeup looks good today. Anyways, but you don't know the consequences. You don't know what's gonna happen next. You don't know if you have to, you don't know anything. So I just broke down and I didn't say anything. Like, they're talking and talking and I don't want to interrupt because I want them to focus on their job. But I was just sitting there crying without saying anything. And then suddenly the doctor says, now I've seen what I need to see, like, on the baby. And I was like, what? And she was like, they couldn't see. So I'm not explaining it correctly, but they couldn't, like, properly, but they couldn't see, there is, from the heart, the blood is being pumped to the rest of the body. Yeah, you could say it in a better way, in a more professional way, but this is me talking, okay? And they couldn't see that part of the heart on the baby, and without that they can't say what's up either. So she was like, no, you know what? After she saw that and she checked it and they were really thorough, she was like, everything looks good. It looks right, baby's all right. And I was like, then I just started crying louder because because I was holding on to so much anxiety or frustration or worries that I just let it all out. And I cried to the doctor and I said, I was so scared. I was so scared. And they were so kind. They were so kind. I don't even know. I didn't expect me to get emotional talking about it. That's embarrassing. Okay, it's not embarrassing, but that wasn't... Yeah, it was just tough, guys. But yeah, but baby's okay. And then I asked them like, you said also that beside that you said that there is like some liquid or fluid or something right beside the heart. And they were like, yeah, we can see that in your scanning from the other hospital, but it's gone, it's not there anymore. And the part they couldn't see, we can see that now, and everything looks good and the measurements are good. And then she checked again and she was like, now she could find it just when she just put the scanning thing, the thing on my belly, and she was like, it's just there now. Like, it was the baby's position again that made it hard to like see, okay, what's up? Where is this part of the heart? And yeah, that was tough. Like, you know, first part when we found out, okay, they were actually supposed to be twins, but it's not. At that part, I didn't really share it until I was accepting it myself. It was very minimum, like who I shared it with, but at the beginning. Afterwards, I started being more open, just to like, the more open I am with whoever, the more easy it is for me to accept it. And I think it's important to talk about with the ones you love and with the ones who love you, to get an understanding of why you are the way you are and you feel the way you feel. But yeah, this time when this whole thing with the heart happened, I talked with my friends. I wrote to them, and I was like, I reached out, and also like I talked with my husband all the time, but you know, he was also worried, and it was hard on both of us. It also kind of helped to go to someone else because I didn't want it to burden him, because I could tell he was also, yeah, not feeling well. I talked with my friend and I shared it with them while going through it, and it actually made it easier because you feel less alone when you share it while you're in that situation than suffering alone or just the two of you, and then afterwards saying, oh, this happened by the way, but we're good, you know. That's what I'm doing with the video. but yeah, so this time around I talked about it, and I told my close friends, like, I'm going through this, they told me this, and I'm scared and I'm worried and I'm not okay right now. And then when everything went well and scanning went well, and the doctor in the other city was like, everything is good, don't worry, then I wrote to everyone, it's good, baby's good, I'm good, everyone is good. so yeah, that was tough. After that, baby's alright, baby's good, I'm good. And I had to take a, you know, when you get pregnant you can get diabetes. It's called GRWM. Just the short name is GRWM. I'll write here what it stands for. I had to take a test for GRWM because my dad has diabetes, and my dad's brothers has it too. Also, actually, some of my mom's sisters has it too. So I had to take a test, and of course, I've got GRWM. So that was the next challenge. Like, that wasn't a huge thing because it's normal, but it was huge because going through all the things already, this was just like, what's next, you know, what's next? So yeah, I just was in this like pity kind of thing where I was like, I was so frustrated. Also because I love chocolate, I love junk food, and I was like, you're telling me I can't eat the food I love? And I thought the best thing about being pregnant is I can eat whatever I want. And I couldn't. It's fair because I've always been eating whatever I want. So yeah. And they are so strict about GRWM, about how the numbers should be. So first I can't still eat any chocolate or sugarish things. And I love chocolate, and I love cola, and original cola, not Cola Zero or Light. But now I'm drinking Cola Zero and Light when I really crave it. That was hard as well, let me tell you, because now I actually feel good, and I can definitely tell a change in my body and in my energy, and it's all good because I've cut sugar. But in the very beginning, guys, oh my god, I had headache like crazy because I'm so used to get so much sugar in my body. I think I've been high on sugar like for forever. So suddenly not having that sugar, I was, the first, I think 3 weeks or something, I was annoyed, I was pissed, I was my mood was bad, and my head hurt. I was tired, and I just had this headache that just was horrible. And I already did struggle with headaches during this pregnancy. And then I had to check blood sugar like 6 times daily for the first week, which means you have to like put a needle and, you know, a dot, small dot. It's not something huge. And then I have to check. So before eating I have to check. It has to be below 5.5, and then after eating I have to check. So after 1.5 hours after eating I have to check again, and then it has to be below 7. I mean, I did well, but the first day I was like, screw it, I'm gonna eat chocolate, and I was like not taking it seriously. But then my husband had a talk with me, and he was like, you need to take this seriously, you know, for yourself and for the baby, and you know, and I was like, oh, I know, it's just so hard. But then I took it seriously. I started doing more research, and the first week was tough, and I didn't know what to eat because whatever I liked of food would increase my blood sugar number. Yeah, that just sucked. So yeah, that happened. But after 3-4 weeks, now I don't have to check my blood sugar every single day. I need to check it 2 times a week, and on that day I need to test the blood sugar number 6 times daily, before and after your meal. There are days where the number is high, and I'm still learning because it's like a whole change. So I'm still learning, but I can definitely now say that I have so much more energy. I don't have a headache. I'm a better person now, and I feel good, you know. And then that kind of also motivated me to like explore more with food. So to understand, okay, so what type of food will not increase my blood sugar level, and what kind of food that I like will increase, and how can I then mix things so it will decrease, and how much amount of food am I eating, and do I really need that, and am I eating it because it tastes good, or is it because I'm hungry? Because smaller meals is better when you have diabetes. Like, I'm kind of like finding my rhythm in it, if you could say, and it's getting better. So yeah, now I'm kind of like working with that. First I was struggling a lot, and I was pissed, I was annoyed, but now I'm like kind of enjoying it. So that's what has been going on lately. I'm happy, and we are happy, and I truly feel blessed, and I can't wait to meet him. And there's so much more I want to share with you guys, but I think I'm talking for 2 hours now. But yeah, everything is good now. By this time I'm uploading this video, he is already here. I can't wait to meet him. It's such a blessing, but it has been so tough. And I also wanna acknowledge the good and the not the bad necessarily, that would be a wrong word, but the good and the challenges. I was so overwhelmed, and I think I still am to some extent. I work out as well, by the way, at least 4 times a week. That has also helped with the energy, and with me being a better person towards my husband. If you guys have further questions or things you want me to elaborate, or something I said wrong, then let me know. It's truly a miracle and a blessing, and I'm grateful, and I just want to take it all in, and I just want to enjoy this. This is the look, and this is my life right now. Baby is waiting, and yeah, I will see you guys in another video. Bye.